The objectives of all this is to create a movement towards taking this topic more importantly. So if we're sitting around the top table, in some cases the boardroom, then of course we worry about the strategy, of course we worried about the finances, but we should also worry about engaging people who are going to deliver this strategy using those resources. We want the topic higher up the agenda. We want it to become a way of working, not another initiative. And of course, as David Cameron said in our launch that he was kind enough to host, was this also touches employee well-being and the importance of that, because well-being and engagement correlate. So we've had a great sense of drawing this group together, sponsored by the government, hope and I believe a balanced group that will start to address these issues, to create more of a movement, to raise this topic up the agenda, so it becomes a natural way of working, so it's talked about at board level, so people at the front line and throughout the organisation feel that they are willingly offering more of their discretionary effort, that they're willingly offering more of their capability and potential, so that we can achieve more organisational outcomes, better for the organisation, better for the individual, and in that sense better for the country. At a very high level, we would like to see this naturally around the top table discussion. We would like to see this as a way of how people are managed. We would like people for whom Monday morning is an unnecessary trauma, for it to not be an unnecessary trauma, because they're managed more effectively. So at a high level, we'd like that to be the case. Now, we've got to respect the fact that different organisations start with very different issues. So, if you're a SME, a small organisation, they tell us typically they would like to hear about 3 or 4 ideas, and they can implement a couple after lunch. They want quick fire, easy to implement things. Other people want, how do I research this topic? How do I handle it when I'm an international global organisation? What are the barriers to this happening? How do I get my top team really championing this? Whole ranges of issues which we'd like to tackle as a task force, as a movement, so that whatever your topic, we would have a place perhaps on our website where people could go and start with their issue, and therefore it respects the fact this is context specific for most leaders in most organisations. There'll be huge challenges. One of the things we want to put much more effort into is why doesn't it happen? I mean, no one's against it. So what are the barriers for why this isn't more average? Why this isn't the normal way of doing things in business? That will help to give us clues as to what to concentrate on as well in the next stage. So there's a whole range of things we need to do in order to take advantage of this growing interest, which comes out of, as you say, difficult times, comes out of some questioning about how do we frame the purpose of organisations? Is shareholder value enough? Clearly, no shareholder, no business. So how do we cite that in a bigger sense of a sustainable strategy? There's all ranges of issues. Another suite of issues is around reduced deference in organisations, so people won't just follow the command and control. Information is much more of a commodity now, so people are used to managing by knowing more than employees. That doesn't work anymore. Customers are fantastically demanding, so we can't ordain everything from the centre. We've got to be fast and flexible at the front line. So the old paradigms of thinking about how do we organise people, which comes out of a kind of production belt mentality, and command and control, which comes from frankly a largely bygone era, we now need to find the new mechanisms that address the employee, the customer, and the world as it is. And employee engagement's got to be at the heart of how we manage our organisations going forward.